Live from Wakeland High School, this is Win TV.
Good afternoon, Wolverines. I'm Baylie Carlton.
And I'm Kareena Varughese. Today is Wednesday, March 12th, 2025.
It's less than 75 days until the end of the school year and graduation.
Many of our seniors have already committed to colleges, like Tristan Lawyer, who is playing football for Tulsa, and Ryder Treadway, who committed to Toledo.
That's so impressive. You know, I've been thinking, Wakeland isn't just preparing students for success, it's launching them into incredible journeys beyond our halls.
Take Osawese Agbankankan, whose Wakeland Foundation catapulted him straight to the prestigious University of Texas. You won't believe what he accomplished after stepping onto that Austin campus. Let me take you through this remarkable story. A former Wakeland track star has jumped to new heights. Osawese Agbankankan is now a high jumper at the University of Texas. And while studying pre-law and economics, he is now a self-published author.
The inspiration to write the book is just come from my childhood. You know, I was always a storyteller. And when I learned how to write, I figured I should start putting it down on paper. And eventually I came to a coherent story.
Catching the eyes of former coach and now assistant principal Dr. Harrell, Osawese kickstarted his track and field career during his junior year after a bit of reassurance.
I saw him in the gym. He was on the basketball team, and he really stood out because he was the freshman on the basketball team that was dunking in warm-ups. And so I thought, I need to get this kid out to track.
The leap into track propelled Osawese's career to new heights, from getting offers from dozens of colleges to making it big with Nike. Osawese has continued to excel in life. On top of his book release, Osawese is currently studying economics and pre-law in hopes of continuing his track and field career while shooting even bigger for the future.
A lot of goals in my head, still in track and field, still on the road of publishing, probably on the film and TV side of it as well, I'd say.
With a promising future ahead, Osawese is the epitome of dedication, expanding his repertoire and achieving the extraordinary. I'm Kareena Varughese for Win TV.
Thanks for bringing us that story, Kareena. Wakeland student success doesn't wait to start at the cap and gown. The success starts here, in the hallways, the classrooms, and the gym. That's where Dan Levine recently interviewed the amazing dancers on our drill team.
Legacy Line seniors are gearing up to start a new chapter, but they aren't leaving Wakeland completely in the rear view.
That's right. So let's go to Dan to see how these seniors are passing on their legacy.
From nervous freshmen to confident leaders, the journey within Legacy Line is a testament to growth, dedication, and perseverance. Now guiding the next generation of Legacy Line members, these seniors transformed into mentors, shaping the future of this beloved team.
So I'd say what's really important about the officers is that they provide a lot of structure on the team and keep it really organized. They're kind of like an extension of our directors. So anything our director has ideas about, we can kind of contribute and put in different ideas and kind of help lead the team.
Lauren Stokes, a senior on the team, witnessed the vital role officers play in the team structure and bonding daily.
You learn so much just by being an officer on this team. You get to work with different dancers at different levels. We had a lot of social activities that were organized, and then we also had tons of big and little sisters and squad groups that are just 10 of us. So we had a lot of time to bond with different people as well as our teammates in our grade.
Having once been freshmen themselves, these seniors know the angst and excitement of Legacy Line.
I really looked up to all of the officers, especially the senior officers as a freshman, just because coming onto a team of 47, my freshman year, it was really overwhelming and there's just so many of us. And so it's really nice to have an officer to look up to and work towards that point.
When I was a freshman, I looked up to seniors on the team because they were obviously older than all of us and role models, and a lot of them were officers, so having them just to lead us through high school and everything was really supportive.
As a freshman on the team, it was super overwhelming, but at the end of the day, it was super rewarding. Our team was such a big sisterhood, and we were super great at performing together.
These seniors are most definitely leaving their legacy. I'm Dan Levine for Win TV.
Thank you, Dan. It's time for this month's segment of Legacy Teachers.
Yes, we love our Wakeland staff and give a special thanks to those who have been here since the beginning, like Miss Dustin and Mr. Bright. Ella Brookshire has more on this musical duo.
These teachers have shared a room for about 6 years, creating a relationship with each other and a legacy that will last a lifetime. Mrs. Dustin has taught orchestra at Wakeland for 16 years.
It gives me joy, and I know that it's an impact on them too. It's a good we have seen results. We have seen students being impacted for the good. Our students are performing so well, and they're everywhere in the community, at competitions, at different festivals.
Just a step away, Mr. Bright encourages students to share their voices.
My favorite thing are the students. They're really smart and involved, and they do what we ask them. We don't have a lot of problems. The parents are supportive, and the faculty and the administrators have been incredible for all 16 years.
So if you look around the room, obviously you can see all the awards. It's been our UIL competitions and groups receiving the so-called sweepstakes award.
Yes, we've had lots of students make all region. We've made sweepstakes awards in UIL for 16 years, multiple sweepstakes and festivals grand champions. So it's been a good ride so far.
Whether it's shaping voices or directing strings, these two directors are hitting all the right notes to make their programs ones to remember. I'm Ella Brookshire for WIN TV.
Thank you, Ella. I can't believe it's already the end of the third quarter. This year has sure been flying by.
It sure has. Spring is a season of testing and competitions.
And the season of celebrations. Caroline Engel reports on the latest teacher to earn a distinguished title. Up next.
DECA's trip to state was more than successful this year. As well as having several groups advance, Drano was named Advisor of the Year.
It turns out that the Advisor of the Year award is actually a nomination by board members and then voted on by the board. So as much as I thought all the advisors were out there thinking I was something that was worthy of the award, it was actually the people who preside over the advisors, which in a way makes it more special because they're seeing the effect we not only have at Wakeland High School or in District 7, which is where we're located, they're taking the entire state of Texas into account. So for someone to think I do something that's worthy of that, it's pretty special. You have no idea how competitive these kids are. They have their own project, so they have 100% ownership. It's not as if you're a tennis player. You don't own the sport. You just play and you're a part of it. Teaching is very rewarding, but being a part of something that's affecting kids for the next 20, 30, 40 years is something A, I didn't know was going to be part of DECA, and B, I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. To be Advisor of the Year simply means that somewhere in my past somebody has thought that I'm doing a pretty good job, and maybe they stacked all those years on top of each other and said, well, I guess it's time for him to have that award.
Wakeland DECA is so grateful to have Drano, and we cannot wait to see DECA's future successes. I'm Caroline Engel for WIN TV.
Have you walked by the art display case to check out the award-winning student creations?
I sure have. 11 artists are going to state. We have so many champions here on campus. Emily Stevens brings you the latest on Wakeland wins in this week's Instant Insights.
Good afternoon, Wolverines. I'm Emily Stevens. Today is Wednesday, March 13th, 2025, and these are your Instant Insights. Wakeland's very own Legacy Line drill team has concluded their competition season, and we couldn't be more proud of our dancers. Our team went to 2 Crowd Pleaser Dance regional competitions and competed in the Advanced Select Team category, taking home countless awards. Base results have also been announced. 59 Wakeland students participated with a total of 90 pieces, 88 of which received the highest score of 4. Additionally, 11 of these pieces even made it to state, which will take place on April 26th. This past weekend, Wakeland's curtain rose for UIL Theater Zone competition in theater. The team earned first place across the board, with 5 actors receiving awards for their performances. Your fellow Wolverines also took home the award for Best Tech, and 1 technician was even singled out and recognized for their contributions. Powerlifter Natalie McCargan finished as 2-time regional champion, with Best Overall Squat, Best Overall Deadlift, and Outstanding Lifter at the regional powerlifting meet, and will compete in the state championship next week. Make sure to follow our Instagram and Wakeland Access stories for more highlights throughout the week.
Our Wakeland students have so many ways of utilizing their after-school time. I recently learned of a group of fashion students launching a project to tackle the environmental impact of fast fashion.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. But how are these students combating the issue? Chloe Cotter takes us behind the scenes of the impact of fast fashion.
In today's fast-paced world of fashion, clothes are more than something to wear. They are a way to express individuality.
However, with many people throwing out new clothes after only a few wears, overconsumption is becoming a notable issue in this field. Hannah Jabbar, a Wakeland senior, has been working on a project to help solve this problem. With the help of her partner Sahasra, the two have been working to combat overconsumption in fast fashion.
So what issue does your project focus on?
My project focuses on reducing the overconsumption of clothing. Nowadays, people are buying a lot more clothing than they used to, and they're using it a lot less. And we saw that was a big issue, especially with environmental factors, and we just wanted to make sure instead of clothing, getting discarded, it goes to the right places. Instead of ending up in our landfills, it can go to people that actually need it. So I think overconsumption is caused by the mass consumer culture. Basically, nowadays, like social media and just in general has promoted, just buying a lot of things. It's kind of romanticized, just having a lot of materialist items, and I think that's caused like overconsumption.
What have you done to combat this issue?
So far, we have donated clothes to Frisco Family Services, and we have educated students around in the classrooms in Wakeland High School, and we have done a clothing drive in our communities.
What can any person do to help combat the issue in their everyday life?
I would say learn how to sew, because that's how you, if there's a scratch or anything, you can remove it or stitch it back up and fix it and repair it. And that's what we're planning on doing right now. We're planning on working with the fashion students and work with them to teach how to work this out.
Trends define the fashion of today, but will trends in the future be sustainable? I'm Chloe Cotter for WIN TV.
That's so interesting. The district's also trying to cut back, especially on our paper usage.
This can certainly impact the way our classes are taught. Andrew Reyes sat down with the district's print shop manager and several teachers to learn how this paper reduction is preparing Wakeland teachers and students for the future. He and the team, Kara, Eva, and Chloe, bring us this next story.
Students and teachers battle screen time versus paper in a tech showdown that's transforming how everyone learns, with some unexpected winners and losers in the digital classroom revolution.
The entire year, we probably average about 5 million sheets of paper.
Unlike pen and paper school days, today's tech-powered classrooms let students create mind-blowing projects that were impossible just a generation ago.
I think there's two sides of it. From the teacher planning side, it has made it a lot quicker to coordinate with team members, co-workers. Even the use of AI with planning or organizing has made teaching way easier than it used to be. I think computers, our e-learning has really changed that.
This digital shift significantly reduced paper usage in many classrooms, though some educators maintain traditional elements. However, different instructional methods serve varied educational purposes in today's classroom environment.
In years past, I would use more paper, but my AP test was on paper, so students did need practice being able to annotate on the text and then handwrite. This year, our test is going to be digital. I had already decided I was going to make essays all digital this year because we need practice with that. We are encouraged to use digital resources this year.
As screens continue to replace notebooks, the question remains, in the race to digitize education, what skills might be left behind on paper? I'm Chloe Cotter with WIN TV.
We're so well prepared for the upcoming AP tests that will be digital now.
Yes, the digital revolution extends beyond the school too.
Right? I volunteer with a group that is helping refugee families learn English and also navigate the web to find other resources here in DFW.
That kind of community work really teaches the essential digital literacy skills. Let's go to Grace Pooh with more on this story.
In DFW, impactful strides through service continue to brighten our communities. Students and families in our community are providing the lifeline for refugees, leaving them a lifetime's worth of meaningful experiences.
We're helping to teach the refugees basic English language, so how to introduce themselves, how to say where they live, their phone number, and just communicate in a simple conversation.
We do have a humanitarian crisis, particularly with refugees. And in this case, we have a family from Afghanistan. People have risked their lives for our country. They are professionals professionals. They are helicopter pilots. They are fathers and mothers and sons and daughters. They have college degrees. They have favorite colors and favorite foods. They are us. They are just like us.
Learning about the refugee crisis has helped gain a new perspective on gratitude.
I hope that everyone just has a generous heart. I think learning to support others and be mindful is very important to keep an open mindset, but also be
Thanks for spending the day with us, Grace, and also sharing that story. If you would like to contribute to this incredible program, you can read more about it on our wakelandaccess.com article.
Also on the website, a history of St. Patrick's Day. The holiday is just 5 days away.
Don't forget to wear green. Caroline Engel shares how the Irish American Society of Dallas keeps the culture and spirit alive.
March 17th, also known as St. Patrick's Day, is celebrated worldwide, but this holiday is so much more than leprechauns, pots of gold, and four-leaf clovers. Vice President of the Irish American Society of Dallas, Melanie Cotter, explains how they do a fantastic job of keeping the Irish culture alive.
The North Texas Irish Festival is a celebration of Irish culture. We have everything from musical groups to dance groups. They have dog contests with different rescue groups. You'll see a lot of those dogs there, but you'll see every kind of dog there. They love dogs at the Irish Festival. You're going to see bagpipers, you're going to see lots of good food and drink just like you would at the State Fair.
But the festival isn't the only way to celebrate the Irish tradition. Cotter includes other ways people have contributed to Irish culture.
So there's so many Irish groups in town that do things to support Irish culture. We have our GAA, which is our Gaelic Athletic Association. A lot of young people enjoy the Gaelic sport. And we also have a lot of Irish musicians in Texas. There is an Irish parade that goes down Greenville Avenue.
Whether you're enjoying a hearty meal of corned beef and cabbage or joining in a local parade, take a moment to appreciate the stories and traditions that have shaped this celebration. I'm Caroline Engel for WIN TV.
You know, St. Patrick's Day also makes me think of trickery. You know, pranks.
Oh yeah, March in general is just a lot of fun. It's also Pi Day this week.
Pi?
Pi?
No, pi. Like 3.14?
It sounds like it's time for trivia. Take it away, Will.
March is Women's History Month and home to Pi Day, so we asked your favorite math and history teachers to answer questions about each other's subjects.
Rosa Parks' activism led to which key movement in the Civil Rights Movement? Greensboro sit-in, March on Washington, or
Montgomery bus boycott?
Thank you, Mr. Witt.
The bus, yeah. We'll go see the bus boycott.
Oh, I'm sorry. You had a disappointed look. Wow.
Sorry, we know when.
Which famous physicist was born on Pi Day? A. Benjamin Franklin, B. Dwight D. Eisenhower, C. Donald J. Trump, or D. Albert Einstein.
That's a good little put in there. What do you do? Stop. Albert Einstein.
You guys are correct.
Right.
Revolutionary War, disguised as man. Ruby Bradley, Opal May Johnson, or Deborah Sampson.
Straight up now tell me that you don't know the answer. Oh, I thought that was help.
Well, I mean, it is help because you guys are hopeless. I guess.
I don't remember anything, but you verge on the street, so.
We'll go with Ruby, letter A.
What is the numerical value of pi to 10 decimal places?
Do you want those repeated?
Yeah, because none of them sound right.
Is there none of the above? I think they're asking for none of the above.
Wait, can you repeat the answer choices?
A is
3.14,
You guys are correct.
It's A.
Wait, what? Okay. I feel like I'm a victim here. The fact that I feel like we were queued up on.
Hey,
and remember what I said. The only way I would play this game is if I have Mr. Lane as my trivia partner. We have already won 5 other titles at other establishments that I cannot say.
And shockingly, every time Coach Tidwell has taken the prize.
Yeah. So this will be in my office.
Thanks, guys. See y'all.
How fun was that? But math should have won.
Well, if you'd like to keep score, let's go over to Turner Corey for this month's Wolverine Replay.
What's up, Wolverines? I'm Turner Corey with your Wolverine Replay. The Wolverines baseball team carries an impressive 9-4 record going into districts with games today and Friday this week against Newman Smith. Pull up, you know I'll be there. #Chungus. Over on the softball field, the Lady Wolverines continue their dominant 10-3 overall record and 1-1 in district. Check out their schedule on their Instagram page at Wakeland SB. A tough ending for our boys basketball team, losing in the first round of playoffs to Heritage. Meanwhile, our Lady Wolverines made a deeper run, advancing to the 4th round before being eliminated in overtime by Memorial. Boys soccer finds themselves in a dramatic finish to the regular season, currently tied for first in district with only one district game remaining. And of course, our girls soccer team continues their undefeated campaign at 18-0-1. They've already clinched the district championship with only one game remaining. Finally, a huge congratulations to Michael Brennan, who brought home the state championship in wrestling for the first time in school history. That's all, folks. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Turner. Follow our social media for updates and check out Wakeland Access for more stories. I'm Kareena Varughese.
And I'm Baylie Carlton. Stay forever orange and blue and have a great rest of your day, Wolverines.